So good everyone. I still remain Olayinka Ajekololuwa Festus, President of Nigerian Economic Students Association, NESA, Crawford University chapter. And then welcome to another episode on NESA podcast. As you can see, I have lots of dignitaries with me. Then to my far right, I have Olaide Okebule and then aka Oba, and is the Vice President of Unicorn. So nice to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
And then to my immediate right, I have Latifa. I'm sure she doesn't want me to call her Latifa, but I mean Zakari Susan. She's the head of planning committee for the upcoming trade fair. She is the financial secretary of NASEC, and then she obviously lady of the house. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And then to my left, the man himself, Pastor Rume. He is the president of NASEC. He is the president of microbiology. He is basically Mr. President. I don't want to say ladies guy, but ladies guy. So thanks for having us. Thanks for having me with us today. You're welcome. So, you'll be wondering why I have lots of dignitaries. I mean, vice president, FinSec, head of planning committee, because we have a lot to talk about today. Trust me, a whole lot and when I mean a lot, I mean recent events in school, from SRC nominations, how the current SRC executives has fared for the past couple of months, this session, down to the upcoming trade fair. I think next week, Monday. We have NASEC and head of planning committee here. So, departmental struggles. This affects me, obviously, as president of an association, struggling on how to outsource for funds to do our dinners, departmental dinners and all that. As the episode goes on, you would understand why I have these dignitaries with me. So, my first question goes to the lady of the house. It's always ladies first.
No.
It's always ladies first. She goes first. Susan, I would really love to know, how has it been being the head of planning committee for the forthcoming trade fair? How has it also been having to shoulder so much responsibilities and also being the FinSec of NASEC? How's it been? Tell us how the struggle has been really. No, I'm serious.
Rume is laughing.
Let Rume laugh. He's wondering, you are his FinSec.
It's been amazing. It's been wonderful, but also very stressful at the same time.
As it should be, yeah?
This is the second trade fair that I will have to plan, but I feel like this one is the first one that, everything is left for me to handle. So I am not like handling. I have to think, brainstorm, how do we bring this to life? Then with the help of the other ESCOs, I'm now able to execute what I have in mind properly. Right. Very taxing, especially when dealing with human beings.
I was about to say, how is it like working with people?
Yeah. Especially when
mention that.
Dealing with human beings. As, the whole planning thing, I'm so used to it, even not in school, outside of school, to where I actually plan events.
You're an event planner?
No, I'm not.
If you are, tell the world. You never can tell.
I've had people walk up to me and tell me that, you should go into event planning. But that's not my thing, because it's very draining, right? But maybe I will do it for myself, my family, my friends, maybe when I now marry, host my children, hand down.
Collect money.
For us. You plan my wedding.
Yeah, but it's dealing with human beings is very, very stressful.
Stressful is the word.
Very stressful. Stressful is the word, but, in the long run, I've just learned to, overlook some things. There are just some things that people would say that you don't just need to take it to your heart, right? So humans always talk, humans always annoy you, humans always do things. So just the ones that make sense, speak it.
The ones that don't make sense,
the ones that don't filter it out, take it away, and move on with your life. So then also being the head of financial secretary. Hey.
Naseka's
Where's
money
money?
now. A lot of money goes through. No, I'm sorry to say, Naseka's money. A lot of money that I'm aware of goes through that account.
Hey,
A lot
I
of money
went
goes
to
through that
print
account.
today, and the guy at the printing said, "Enlo, Engbowo, and he said it in Yoruba that we dey hoard the money." I just look at the guy and I laugh. I'm like, if only you know what we have to go through just so we can even access our money. It's crazy. If only you know how. It's a lot. I don't even want to go deep.
I was going to ask you questions, but I don't want to ask you personal questions like secretaries of the account. And no, obviously, I don't want to do that. These are like personal within the association. I get that. What else would you say to us? I liked the response she gave to me. I'm sure we got one or two about how it is difficult handling people are stressful and all that. But nonetheless, like she said, like I picked something from what she said. She said all the ideas she has in her head, she has nice ESCOs around that help implement. So that's the positives. Even if they implement, we know that we are all heads of different units and associations. We know how it's really like dealing with people. But that's a very good one. Olaide, I'm coming to you. No, I don't say I'm coming at you. I'm coming to you. You are the vice president of Unicorn. And then to the candidate, we did a get together not so long ago. And then I want to commend you guys for that. I want to commend you guys for that. That was like pretty nice.
Yeah.
Would you want to tell us how it was like having to get approvals to do this, how it was trying to get fuel, how it was trying to put all the logistics in place as the vice president, how it is like working with your executives? How has it been really? And then what do you have in store for us looking forward? What do the crediting set, like our Unicorn set, what do we need to expect from you all moving on? Like we need to know because we're all curious.
Actually, concerning the get together, we are not actually like, we know how to put it. The planning that we had for the get together was just for like 150 to 200 students.
Okay.
Yeah, we believe that most of our level mates are too big to come for an event.
Are too big?
Yeah, I feel like because we are in this school together. We understand how the school is, the schools are regulations. You understand? They believe that it's not going to be interesting, that it's going to be boring, blah blah blah. Even then, we introduced all this Gary stuff, Gary's week, but people are too big. People are too big to drink Gary.
No, it's not. I don't think it's that.
People are actually too big.
Not too big. We just didn't like the idea of.
The
idea of.
I was looking at the hygiene perspective of the whole Gary thing.
No, actually, it's going to be interesting and sweet based on the kind of.
It's too big though.
It's going to be interesting because we planned a lot and the plan we had for that stuff is for us to at least have fun. You understand? Like it's not about the Gary himself. It's about the what is inside actually. But based on people like, I don't drink Gary. I'm like, and those people that complain about don't drink Gary, they go.
You need to know something. You need to understand something here. When having an idea, we will not see it from the lens in which you all are saying it from. So if you are so convinced within yourselves that this is the right way to go, do it. Let us see how it goes. Because if you want to go by, you have an idea and you're cancelling it out, you literally cancel everything you want to do. People are somehow.
Okay, actually,
everybody will be indifferent to all the plans you have. People cannot be on the same page with you all the time. Obviously now, you have convinced us already. As you did this get together, now you guys have given us a point of an affirmation that, we know what we are doing. So next time, if you're big or something to us, we want to give them the benefit of doubt as per last one was mad nice. This can be nice. You get.
Exactly. So, the guy himself, it's not about the guy himself. Based on, you understand.
So what else you guys have? Now that you guys crapped the Gary and then you have done the get together, I'm sorry that was nice. What else you guys?
We have a lot on board, but
you don't want to speak about it in details.
Exactly, but I would say people are not paying actually, and it's really, really frustrating.
People are not paying their Unicorn.
I want to say something about the payments thing.
People are really
stuck.
One thing about Crawford students that I've come to understand is that there is no amount of pressure you put on these people that will make them pay at that time that you want them to pay. It is always the dying minutes. Always the dying minutes.
Sad.
And that's very sad. They don't understand that we need the funds to work.
It's not for them, for the school. Because no matter what, even if you do your clearance, they will ask for the new contract.
It takes a leader to set it from the point of a leader's view.
Yes.
Like, I literally did not have that money to pay. Like, I was literally disturbing my dad for that money for a while, and I just felt, if I'm the one said, how would I feel? I'm president of an association, how would I feel? I took the money from my pocket and I paid. When I spoke to the president, and she was like, take all your paid. I was like, I've paid. And she was looking at me like,
Really?
No, seriously, because it's something I will not take, so I will not dish it out to you. Just later, I think like about last week, I went to my top self family, I'm broke. I don't pay 150 you don't know. I have to send him the receipt, send him on the payment on my portal to say, I really paid. Send me the money back, refund. And they give me the money back. But I just felt like before they get together, I had to like pay mine. Like, they need this money for logistics, because once you don't pay, the money later in return gets back to the school system. We don't need that. We need that money for them to implement all they have in their head. And I feel like students, we all need to understand that it's not about the money don't go in their personal pockets. They're just signatories to the account. They need approvals to access the money that we are paying. So we need the money to, you all really need to do better. If I'm being candid there, you all need to do better.
Exactly. But don't worry, Sha, the coming events during the FIB, we are planning, and we believe in
I'm
ourselves.
so happy for this FYP.
We believe in ourselves that everything will be
Please don't kill our joy.
Everything will be perfect, because last year there's a lot of loopholes that we noticed, and this year we are planning
to patch the loopholes.
Exactly.
Hey, about patching the loop.
No, speak. About patching the loopholes.
About patching the loop, we've not gotten to the topic yet, so that's why I said.
Okay.
But that's what I can say. But just expect more.
I'm looking for.
The ladies man is here to talk, so
Yeah.
I'm directing my next question to the ladies man. How does it feel being having so much? I don't say burden. I don't say burden. Yeah, but how does it feel having so much responsibility on you? I mean, you are the head of 2 different associations. I mean, NASEC is pertaining to the entirety of the whole school, of the school. Microbiology is, even in it's a unit, at least it's a lot. You have like almost 100 students under you, more than 100 students under you. How do you help yourself to balance academics with listening to these students concerned, listening to these other students concerned, listening to this entrepreneurship? How do you do it? And then still balance it to your academics? How has it been?
Right. So first of all, I thank God for God.
Okay.
Honestly.
It's been God's best.
Honestly. And then I remember when I got positions, and then the only question I get was, how would you do it? Can you do it? We may don't do it. And that was, I almost carried that mind into getting into the office. But I told myself, somebody has done it before. What stops me from doing it too? So the first thing I did, priority, was my academics. That's why I'm here. So no matter what comes in between the day or whatever, I make sure that
academics comes first.
I read my book at night. I make sure I prepare for test no matter what happens. So even as much as I give maybe 8 hours or 9 hours to NASEC, I must still give appropriate hours to my books.
That's a lot of hours. 8, 9 hours on association.
It's not easy. I was once an ESCO.
You guys spend so much time in
Yesterday, I
NASEC.
came to church late because my legs were literally shaking.
Okay, that's why you were squeezing.
I was so tired.
I'm sorry about that.
I thought she had issues with those who were something.
She was frowning. She was.
I was not having ulcer pain, so it was a lot for me.
Okay, now why she did drink milk? Oh, I see.
But that makes will be natural milk.
Okay, continue. Yeah, we're listening to.
Oh yes. So the second thing is I thank God for the gift of people. I could have not carried myself this far alone without the help of Susan, without the help of Ashaka Emmanuel, without the help of Nine, without the help of my vice president Ashabi, and even Stacy. These are people that have literally been pillars in my journey. Now, the people that I want to acknowledge too, they've been more of like up and down. There are people that that against you, but they are for you. Now, you might see the video. Okay. One is Mr. Kazu. He's a father, but at the same time, he's your director. So he's like, no, but at the same time, he's telling you can go this other way. And then even my HOD, Dr. Kunfa, she will tell me no more than the students. But then at the end of the day, when I get to the dean to sign the letter, she'll be the one to speak for me. She'll be the one to approve it. This is what we did, this is what we went through. And sometimes I'll be like, Mommy, I didn't pay you behind the back. What are you doing? But then, they've seen the struggles you've gone through. So they're just guiding you, and, they have been really, really the pillar throughout my
gift of people.
Exactly.
Gift of
important.
People.
Very important.
We need to clock
very, very.
Yeah. And then, Crawford students generally, they are a blessing.
That was so sarcastic.
Yeah,
But okay.
Yeah. the thing they always keep saying is, when you want the students to do something, that's why sometimes when the school make decisions, when they put implementations in place, I don't blame them because they've tried to push students to do these things too.
Yeah.
So we're not too young to be a CEO. We had thank God for the success.
Oh yeah. That's
By
program, yeah.
November. So we were doing our best to search for sponsorship and everything. But the money we had in our purse was too small. Even we tried to make it that when you are coming for clearance to get your hostel, you pay. Even with that one, still we didn't have more than 30% that paid. Even with the SR also trying to do that. So it was until later on that was getting into this year that we saw enough sponsorship, and then the money was not
Most people pay for all these fees when it gets to exam
Exam
period,
period.
like first semester exam, and that's like end of January, February.
And the worst part that
So any planning you get, any planning you get, it has to be when the money is in the account. So I get why that program did not shoot for November and then probably later on in this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't. That's one thing.
Please let me just say something. Sorry to cut you short. Let me just say something. You all need to understand the importance of paying all of these dues to your
not
respective
spending your money.
associations
Yeah.
in time.
Spending your money.
I mean, in time, in capital letters, please. I mean, like this money is used to do things for you.
I'm not spending the money.
Like they need to know, Susan. Don't you feel like they need to know? Because I don't know. Don't make us be the ones to beg you to pay the money. Like as if we're spending the money.
It's a lot.
It doesn't make any sense. Like literally, I don't want to sound personal, but
But sorry, the funniest part is that they'll not be thinking that we are expecting more.
Yeah.
Without the money.
And when you look at the money is 1,000, 2,000. And they're expecting something of 15,000 naira from you.
And some people are
And you are
buying
like-
data of like 30K.
people buy that of 30K. God, elevate me.
People do that.
30K a month.
I've seen people go to buy food
That's where I want to cash.
and you spend 10,000,
For
chicken
a
and
meal?
chips. Yes, chicken and chips at the back of college is 4-5.
4-5.
If you buy, I know somebody that spent 7,000 naira in waffle dom. Just waffle dom alone.
Just the money.
Like, you go out, you buy these things. 1,000 naira here, 2,000 naira there.
Becomes a lot.
It will not hurt you. Like, it's sad. It's very sad.
We all need to do better for you. Like this is the part where we lament,
Yes.
but we are calmly lamenting.
Honestly.
Do you all get?
Some of them put everything, and my mom have never given me money, blah, blah,
And
blah.
they lie. Most times they lie.
Most-
Let's be candid, yeah.
Those parents actually
Those
trying.
things are lies.
Actually.
Parents are
Lie.
trying their best. I mean,
Parents are trying.
us being here in the private school is a thing
Yes.
already to
Yeah.
start with.
2K, just 2K. My mom have never given me Azal. And the perspective of
You don't have to
private
wait
schools
for your mom.
are
You don't have to wait for your mom to
private
give
school.
you
We are
2K.
doing.
Matters are rising.
We are broke. We are
Matters
really
are
broke in
rising.
private school.
Now I go straight. I want to start hitting the nail on the head.
Why are we broke in private school?
I had an episode previous. I'm sure you have watched my previous episodes. There was a time I had an episode where we're talking about the entrepreneurship body NASEC banning students from selling in the hostel. And then I remember we went all and all about how some students use that as a source of livelihood. Some parents are there complaining that their students' grades are so bad, that their ward grades are so bad. That's why they had to complain to the school. So the school authority said some students are using that as an avenue to smuggle illegal, illegal
Stuff.
substance or whatever into the school system, and they don't want that. So they tried to curb it. And then I remember we having an episode here, and then somebody said they are more intuitive. I'm trying to quote him. They are more intuitive way, an intelligent way of going about these things. Now this is what I'm going to. Susan saw me and said, "Jeko, I saw your video." I saw what you said about our NASECO, and I'm like, it's not personal. I mean, I'm speaking for the people. I've had complaints. I spoke to you, and then we had a conversation, and then you told me you have tried to talk about it. You're working on it. Now we are here, seated up here together,
Oh, yes.
and then I can gladly say that Trume is a president for the people. Because he
Okay.
listens. Do you all need to understand that I did not just rant and talk. I mean, now students are gone back to selling in the hostels, meeting ends meet, like the little profits they get from selling. These are people that will go into the world, the real world, and be business people. So I need to commend you for that. Like, honestly, like my heart of heart, I am so happy that students are selling in the hostels now. how would you want to put us through on how you made this happen?
Do you want
Because
water?
or you can take my Pepsi.
Oh, good. Okay. First of all,
Yeah.
let me appreciate you guys, for speaking up for the students. Right? I watched the podcast myself. In fact,
Did you feel indifferent? You got to talk from me about that. You bought it in the
yeah, we did. Now somebody sent the link. I already saw it. I saw it from your TikTok.
Because we also criticized your
Yes.
EDS and food on
Yeah,
Sunday. We did a whole lot of talking. I'm sorry. Now I have to explain. They can press my neck, but I mean,
I admit you. You see, the first part that is you guys saw it from our perspective. Like the part of the jobs were not like.
that's why I spoke to you about it before I came on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like the fact that you guys addressed those first was that's what I was happy about.
Thank you.
But then also you guys went ahead to say we implemented that law for our personal benefits and all that. And yeah,
That's an inference. I'm sorry, but that's an inference.
it looks
bro.
like that, but where the burden was on our neck was that there were so many factors that we could not control. Now we have to constantly keep eyes on these vendors because of we want to make sure, okay, this one sells what he says he's selling. This one doesn't sell, because the major complaint we had were from those outside. You say it's loud and clear. So the vendors outside complained that the students were selling more than them, particularly the ones in the hostels.
In the hostels, yes, I know of that.
talk about
So we can. I know of that. I'll talk about that.
Now business
I know
is
of
about
that.
competition.
It's about competition. Yes.
If you cannot strive,
Some people use that. Those people in the hostels that sell use that as a source of livelihood. Now imagine when students always want to go and buy from their guy
But
than
the
buying
funniest
from
part
people that
is
sell in the hostel.
Sorry for cutting off. The funniest part is that those people selling in the hostel, they're not there over the night, man.
yes.
Only students like have the opportunity to sell during the night, like
On Sundays when
on
they don't come
Sunday.
to school.
Like,
But nonetheless, we are taking for the from their mouth because
No. As at last year, most of the students are not saying during the day. Yeah. We won't say during the day because we scored, I was part of NASEC school and we scored that away that only during the night.
but you say if you don't do things for this thank you. I'm pretty sure I picked you all well.
Only during the night. And later, I was told, someone came to meet me that, oh, Balola, we are asked to, they have any idea about what is going on, or like, what? We are asked to stop saying, I was like, by who gave it, I was like, I have to go and meet the director of
Director of NASEC, yeah.
Mr. Akazwe.
Dr. Akazwe.
Dr. Akazwe. To talk, Mr. Akazwe.
Apostle Akasi.
With, I think with Ashaka, your client is cool. And it was like,
Current gen section.
yeah. He was like, Obalola, you shall know your student. Oh, that's right. It's not from people that send this stuff that bring in inside the school.
Actually,
It's from even people outside.
outside.
Insurance, because most of them, they check their load. I've made them couple times in front of the boys hostel, but they check their load properly. They have to dig everything. You understand? But after the up and down, but based on, I'm not Monday, like the client is, I have to talk to him, like, don't worry, they're going to do something about it. Immediately, they went to Mrs. Obutuwashi. Yeah. She was like, Obalola, she gave the same reason, but like, no. She was like, just calm down. I just follow the. She even asked me. She asked me, what is it? And I said, and the SRC doing? I was like,
We're coming to SRC real soon.
Those people.
We're coming there real soon.
but
Matters are rising, no worry.
after talking to the president here, he was like, I should calm down. Things are going on like, God, no problem. Later, 20, I was like, that's no problem now. It goes to the president. And NASEC as the whole, you guys try them. Because that stuff saved me last semester. This is where.
I want to say that the NASEC actually really did a great job.
Currently, a whole lot.
This
Like,
current NASEC
current NASEC, yeah.
fighting for the vendors to start selling back. They did a whole lot. And I want to say that in a community as this, right, there's always going to be the good side and there's always going to be the bad side, right? So we just need to find ourselves in the middle, come to a consensus and find how to live around it. In the sense that in as much as some of these vendors, they say, according to them, they are selling drugs or they are using their goods to smuggle drugs into the hostel, I can for a fact say that it is not the students, it is mostly the vendors outside of the hostel, because I've seen crazy things, even in girls' hostel. And I've entered a room and I've seen things and I'm like, where did you find it from? Do you understand?
Okay, we don't want to go into specifics.
Yeah, exactly.
For the sake of this student.
No, the student has even left.
Okay, that was
The
like
student
last
has
session.
graduated. Yeah, last session. Where did you find it from? And they mentioned, oh, this so place. Do you understand? And and I'm like, how did you, oh, do you understand? Let's not leave it like that. Right? But it's just sad because I know I've had to go through a period where I was really hungry in the night, started going, please do you have bread? Please do you have bread? Please do, that kind of a thing. And because of the lady that sells bread, I was able to get bread and eat, right? So we just need to find a balance.
Exam period is even something for me. For people like us
Exam period, read at
like me that I
night.
go up and down the school the whole day. Like I didn't know what I'm doing with my life. I'm sorry, that was sense of humor. I'm being sarcastic. And then at night, I want to do the all night and I need to munch on something. I need chips. I need chips. I can't get.
Yeah, and you know, most time it's mostly with the guys because by the time you find out, most of the guys don't come with provisions.
Yes.
So like me now,
Yes.
I never come with Gary. I just bring my bag
They
to
just
school.
bring their bags
Gary
to school.
boy.
Or like we girls now.
I was trying to pick. even though I don't make
My
a no
friends
food,
who are guys,
Gary
I've had to
will
like,
go.
give them chin, give them chips, all those things, so that they can
So that is
munch
mother
on,
now. Mother.
so that they can munch on all of those things. So they even need it safe, right? For themselves and knowing that, the guys eat a lot. And if the food is not there, they are not even able to function well. That kind of a thing.
Yes, thank you. Opinions, like I said earlier. I mean, hope you guys are enjoying the show. Matters still arising. I'm going to the current Student Representative Council executives. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm throwing this question out to the air. Anybody that wants to pick it up should pick it up, yeah? But on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you all think they are fed, basically?
-0.
And that's as blunt as it comes. Do you have a counter opinion to that?
Honestly, infinity.
Infinity. Can it be that bad? But
Like no.
I don't want to come out ranting so much, but I mean, they have not really raised the bar. I mean, the previous executives put the bar at a standard and then they just went way below the standard. And then I find that hard to fathom why students complain about things that don't get done, why things are not, they need to put me around how we did not do a freshers fest for the school. Okay. Probably the logistics were,
According to what I heard.
limitations were, but no matter what, I mean, those are primary things you ought to do. Like, and then you're not doing it, and then you now have to say you refund them, you should pay the money to add to their CS down. What if they want to come for the CS down in the first place? And then now, what is even paining me the most? Somebody will say I'm so pained about the nominations, but yes, I'm pained. And I'm not even going to filter my words out. The nominations were wild. Like, I mean, and to me, these people still have minds to put this out on the screen to the old school. What do you think about the nominations?
Actually,
I mean, there was most popular, most sociable, most influential, sports person. In fact, somebody was ranting after the nominations and saying there was award for best player, award for best defender. Why is it not award for best keeper? Our keeper's not. And the guy was ranting and I could feel his pain. Like,
sorry for cutting you off. I'm not going to say much because
obviously we're not supposed to hear we're coming at them, and then that's not the case.
Sorry, I'm not going to say much.
That's the case. Are we coming at them?
I'm not going to say much actually, but they may feel like, because I lost last year. It's also painful, but it was not. It was painful.
Come to think of it.
Yeah. It was painful for you.
Oba lost the president.
Yes.
I was rooting for Oba so bad.
It was actually painful, but
I was campaign manager.
He was actually my campaign manager. Whereby we had a lot of issues, but let's come to think of it. Assuming I was the one, what happened last year? I'm going down for it. I'm damn serious. I would like to attack me to a point that I'll be like, what?
What happened last year?
Eh?
What happened last year?
A lot happened last year.
You mean
Pre-election.
pre-election? The whole Anthony saga.
Yeah, election.
No, I'm not sure I want to open that.
Exactly.
Again.
But that is
It's
why,
gone. It's
that is
let's,
why
let's,
I
let's just bury that.
I'm not going to talk too much. To be
Let's
like,
just bury
because
that.
I lost to them. But I'm not going to lie. How will all your schools, you call yourself a SLC schools, and you are helping students, the voice of the students. All of you are in new state.
When Anthony shuffles himself, if I'm being candid, once in a while, he shuffles himself
But
too.
the ones
I see him in the general scale.
yeah, actually.
Once in a while, he shuffles himself, but it really makes no sense to us where most of the executives, like private executives,
vice presidents
are all in the new scale. I mean, we just have Chapman, the
Chapman and that's
PRO,
all.
academic director, and then the rest of them are
Because
just up there. Living soft. I don't say soft like
there are a lot of times that we actually need them a lot, but most of them.
they're supposed to be the voice of the people, but I don't think they are. I don't know.
There's a point in time where we had issues of water in Jerusalem. Everybody came to my room knocking.
What is my business with
My
that?
business with that.
You wait till you be blocked. They don't get excited. They will call.
Like that point, the pop match had issues. They're like, but there's no water. I was like, there's no water. I have to cite. I told myself to a plumber. I'm sorry for a plumber. That day, I was like, I went to the pumping machine. I swear to go.
That was on Sunday now.
On Sunday.
Yes, now. They're banging his door. People come and meet Oba to say, Alpha, there's no water. Oba went to go and start fighting with the tank.
I went to the pumping machine.
What are you doing in the tank?
Accountant stone.
By the end of the day, there's a solution to it. But that's one thing. We need to put eyes on some things, because my dad is someone that no matter what, anything happens,
Find solution to it.
Find solution to it. Either he's there for, or he calls someone. Even if he calls someone, I'll be there
To put your eye to it. Like,
that what helped me that day, that I was able to trigger the pop machine. It worked, and since then, well, pop machine. So people that have told me to, people like, very soon you work as sport. I was like, are you guys wiki?
but basically, they need to look at themselves in the mirror. We cannot go all about making assumptions as to what they have done or whatnot. But basically, we're in the school system. It's like somebody telling us Nigeria is working perfectly, and then to us, like, we're living in the country, it is not working.
Exactly.
Do you get? So they need to look at everything. They, in the end, they can be like, we are doing the best we can do. But I mean, while in the system with you guys, with you all, we see that it is, you guys are not. They need to look at themselves in the mirror properly. I mean, there's another. We need to put this message out to next executives that they hope they are seeing the loopholes in all of this. Like you said, like they all say, they have seen loopholes in previous things, and then they have made it work better. There's one philosophy one of my lecturers says, Dr. Essie. He said, if something doesn't work, make it work. If it's working, make it work better. Okay. So to the forthcoming SLC executives, we'll be out of school then. But it's going to be our job. It's our alma mater. It's going to be our job when we hear that, they are doing what they ought to do. You get? So if you all are coming in, you're getting forms to go for this post, go for that post, please. Don't fight the school and then get sent out like the current case we have currently now. Don't do that to yourselves. But there are proper ways to vent, proper ways to make things work. Please do that. Don't just be numb. Don't just take the title on your head like the current executives are. That's how I see them. They just pick the titles on themselves as I put on this white show all over their body, and then that's what they do. And I'm being candid, but whatever, Sha.
I'll say something.
Please speak.
What you said about the election was what even made me remember now. You said something about, if something is not working, make it work.
If it's working,
make it work better. It's very sad that Anthony, who was the vice president for Wealth, and he saw everything that Wealth did. It's like somebody is paving a way for you.
Follow suit. Make the road broad.
Now it's very crazy that some of these SRC schools who are the current schools now will want to go for a higher post.
I'm not doing that.
They've seen what Anthony has done. They don't have anything to work with.
Come to think of it,
they don't have anything to work with.
You're scared to become this communist as a person.
They don't. See, if you're going to be a leader, you must set the path for me to work on. then if you don't set the path for me to work on, then how am I supposed to lead when you go? They don't have it. So where do we start from? The root is already contaminated, or the root is already damaged. So I would say that these new ESCOs now who are coming up, it is not by a position. I had an ESCO who's a current SRC ESCO was threatening me one time during the election period. Yeah, he did rubbish, but I just ignored and just moved on. The whole wahala, the whole saga. I understand that in as much as, this is politics in a way, it just speaks of your person. It speaks of your character. It speaks of who you are. You can't come and stand in front of the students promising them a lot of things, and then you are not. There's no difference between you and our politicians.
I mean, it starts from somewhere.
Here.
I'm sure they have done all of this in their early days also.
It starts from here, because if you look at the government system in Ghana, when you look at the president, the vice president, all of those people, all of them went to the same secondary school together. So they are guys. They know each other from way back. They know each other from the scratch. So if one person is messing up, they are calling out on that person and they're telling you, you are not doing what you ought to do.
Yes.
Right? There's nobody in this SRC calling out on anybody. Everybody's just been for the sports fest and the Freshers Fest for now. I'm putting it out there. I don't know when this would be uploaded. The NASEC now wants to do something for the 100 level because they didn't have
SLC failed to do so.
They didn't have a Freshers Fest.
But that would be a slap to their faces. If you guys have plans to do that.
We have plans to do something for the 100 level.
Thank God I'm hearing this for the first time.
It was supposed to be like a surprise.
Wow, clock it.
It was supposed to be like a surprise. We have something for the 100 level.
Anthony would not like you people.
By the time
Anthony would not like you people. I'm being candid. He would not like that.
By the time
as if you guys are insulting him to his face again. But either way, what has to be done has to be done.
What has to be done it's not even about if you're doing your work well, nobody will insult you to your face. You won't see any criticism as an insult.
Sorry.
You won't see any criticism as an insult.
Let me just say something. Something space in my head right now. Make sure whatever is paining you is not the truth. Make sure whatever is paining you is not the truth.
I think,
please hold that to heart.
Last set, I saw Wales. I was like, so they need to. So what's the fortune of INEC? What's the fortune of INEC?
Supposed to be the electoral body. Electoral, yeah. That cautions executives also if
they're not doing their work.
Okay.
Or they need to check.
You don't tell me you are this is driving at calling for impeachment.
No, impeachment. I don't think they should impeach him.
You want to do that?
I don't think they should impeach him, but there'll be someone, a body
that will caution him.
That will be checkmating their houses.
I think he had some personal, like on behalf of Anthony here, I heard a lot because me, obviously, I'm the ears. I want to hear everything that goes on around me. Like, I want to be informed. I don't want to just come out and speak what I don't know. I think I heard that he had a lot of issues, personal issues. That's why I could not resume all through last year, like early this year, like family issues, like in-depth family issues. So he just kept on saying it was his IT, but he went way beyond his IT. So let us cut him some slacks. But nonetheless, he got back this year. Now, this is what is paining me about it.
Sorry for cutting you. He said he had issues. Yes, he tried.
He has his vice, and the vice was represented.
Yes.
And most people see the vice as.
He should have been able to checkmate his vice. I'm not seeing your work. What's the future of vice president? To assist.
You know that.
You know when checkmate his vice. I'm not seeing.
You know when you have ideas as a person, yeah, and you say, "Big man, come, let me pitch this idea to you." It's something that you ought to implement because obviously DSA is my department here. I've had conversations with him. We have had things that I wanted to do for the department that he wanted SRC to do before us. And I'm like, "Sir, no, don't do that to me. This is my idea. I will do it. If SRC does it better than me, no problem. But let me be the one that did it for the first time." Do you get? But later, I never meet him to say, "This idea here, I pitched it to the DSA. I wanted to give it to you guys first." And I'm like, "No, sir. But I've done it nonetheless." How far? Just try your best to do it. But you don't want to do anything. Like, can we all be so stupid that whatever we say don't make sense to you? That's what is in my head. So, in fact, let me even come out clearly. I had an idea of having an Hall of Fame board for all the previous best graduating students from my department, from Unicorn 1 down to Unicorn 17 presently. And I had that idea in my head that I needed that board because coming from my previous university, yeah, in every department, they have that Hall of Fame board. In every faculty, they have the board. You know, that Faculty of Engineering now. I read engineering. I read electrical electronics engineering. In elect now, we have the board in the basement of our department. Now, if you go to Faculty of Engineering, all the BGS, this can come from elect, next can come from MEC. They have it also, and it's like that in every other faculty. Social sciences, law, environment, EDM. It's like that everywhere. And I told him, I had the idea in me. So what I wanted to do was get the list of all the BGS from my department, from Unicon 1 to Unicon 17, and put their names up on a board, and then keep spaces for probably the next 10, 15 years ahead. Like, let them have that sense of honor. People will stare at those boards and say, this is somebody has 4.9. The next is somebody has 4.7. So see, if freshers come into the department, once you see those boards, it is like unspoken words of motivation that I can also make a first class.
Yes.
So I was at home, and I wanted to make that board before I come to school because I didn't want to come to school and go through the stress of getting exams to go back home. And I called the DSA to say, so I have this idea, and I've spoken to my HOD, so I should get to you that he doesn't have the list of all the BGS that it's going to be in the DSA's office, probably all the previous convocation brochure or what is it, pamphlet that it's always on Indian. So I asked my ex-coach at school to help me go to his office to get out those lists for me. And then it was just stalling for too long. And I was at home waiting to resume. And I'm like, so what is going on? Next time I'm hearing from him is that he wants SRT to do it for the old school first. I'm like, sir, no, don't do that to me.
I like that you stood your
ground. I had to call my HOD to say, sir, please don't talk to your brother. Don't do that to me. Even if I would do a wooden one, and it's not going to be so nice, I will do it first.
Yeah.
Now, if SRC now does it, and they do it better, no problem. Let them be like, the Department of Economics did this first. Don't take my ideas out like that. I don't appreciate it. Apparently, he got to say from my point of view, obviously, him being from the department, he gave me those lists, I did the board, I came to school. And when Antonio resigned, I told Antonio, see, DGS actually liked this idea. This will not take you a lot. Please try, just do it. I'll put in front of the chapel. Like, what about the purpose? Or just argue there. Let everybody stare at it before they enter chapel all the time. Like, this year can come from mass com. This year can come from, just get all the BGS for the entire school. Not for the department, not for departments, not for the entire school. For every year and upload their names up. If you want to put, can you make it better and put their pictures too? Or do something, like, make it better than the one I did. But just do something. This guy just listening to me like, I didn't say nothing to him. And I'm looking at you like, what? What are you doing with your head then? I'm not trying to filter things out to you. There should be room for improvement. Like, because you've not done a whole lot, that could have amounted to something. Yeah. It's like that I was even hearing from the student chaplain that he also had the student chaplain to do one for all the previous chaplains. Okay. And that was telling me. And I'm like, he really wants them to do something like that. Why are they not doing it? Why is Anthony not? There are things that, and these are just the little things. But he doesn't understand that all these little things amounts to the bigger picture. Do you get?
They do.
But whatever it is, it is.
The funny part is that okay, sorry.
Please speak.
Now the thing is, I'm in a very sensitive position here. Happening that I have to be as another thing is factors affected Trapo. It's still true. This new management that came in was a little bit of rough from them. There were a lot of things, but then, my own perspective is we could have worked together on this. There was something that I feel like they should have done better was work together with
NASEC or that big associations.
I didn't want to use us in particular, but we could have.
You guys are the next, like you guys are the two biggest associations in
there is
school.
so much we would have done together if we work together.
So much.
We would have conquered the whole school. Which one is management?
Sorry, I thought about something that why is that we don't have college schools?
That's good.
Because for most of the time we blame the school for something, but the school actually trying their best.
Actually, they're trying their best.
The school actually trying their best. Yes, they're actually trying their best. This is a school whereby we all know the rules and regulations. Yes, students can be so frustrated sometimes, but the school is actually trying their best whereby.
You want college schools?
No, like, yeah, because say why?
Thinking of it.
That college schools is they are the one that will like SLC we talk to. Then after the SLC talk to them, they'll just go down to.
It's like arm of government.
Exactly.
The federal, state, and local. So the departments will be the local. College will be the state, and SS will be the federal.
Yes.
But that's, see, the school, they're just concerned about the school. They're trying their best. The school, there's something that schools they don't know that is lacking. But at the end of the day, nobody should tell them. Even if they're not even doing their work, I just see that the gap between the students
And
the management.
management.
For instance, find the pocket machine. The school said, the pocket machine has fault. They have what they're thinking about too. They're thinking about development.
The bigger, yes, they are the economists, they are on the macro scale.
See.
We are the micro.
Exactly.
Yes.
We are the micro, and they need to understand that if the macro, see, they say something about in economics. They say economic growth does not guarantee economic development.
Yes.
Growth can be happening, but the school is thinking about development,
Exactly.
not growth. Growth is for us to handle. It is within us.
Because-
but then if I get you,
How will the school know that we have issues with pocket machine? Whereby the other six that don't even dare
to see that.
It's only when the people start complaining to them, and we've told yes, so school might. Like,
but I've even told them, but you guys are not giving them that body.
School that's
Talk to them about it. Repeat it. This is how we have said this thing
I'm
to
not
you.
even sorry.
It's as
Don't just take note.
It's
Work on it.
as if
Make sure they are working on it.
Follow up.
Because they have got things to do, like you said.
it's as if you're at home now. Something happened in your house. The one that their mind is that I'm going outside to take care of my children. But something happened in their house, whereby they don't have idea about it. I do want them to know that something actually happened at home. They need to know. Sure, so that's how the school is. School need to know some things, and even though they naturally like immediate effects, but it's based on they have what they are thinking about it.
It's very sad that this SRC is the SRC that the students least respect.
Exactly.
Least respect.
Not
Least
disrespect.
respect.
Least respect.
In the history of SRCs.
It's very sad.
I mean, I saw progress. I saw wealth.
I
But
saw
Vanessa. I mean,
even though Vanessa too, there were some things that she didn't meet up to.
Yeah,
Promise came,
and
filled the gap. Wealth came, destroyed everything. We were expecting more from you, and it's so sad that I had conversations with Wealth, had conversations with some of these guys, and I told them, I said, you people were the ones that, what's the English now? You people were the ones that vouched for this guy.
the way to the vouch for Anthony.
Exactly.
I'm coming.
Let us.
I'm coming. You people vouched for this guy, and you said he will work. He will do this, he will do that. And look at, everything. And the rest, what you're saying now, the responses are now got from them is,
Who vouch for it? Who vouch for it?
letting go be the issue.
Wow.
You understand?
Right. See, what I feel is that, first of all, when you're in these leadership positions, you don't have to surround yourself with yes men. People that will say yes to you. If you don't have enough people, or at least people that will tell you, look at you and tell you fail, or tell
If I was Anthony's executive, it would have gone through hell.
Cindy and I have had our
I
banter.
will check you.
I can't lie.
Because this is
Cindy and I will
this
fight
is
about
right. This is wrong. You need to know your right from your wrong. You can't be on the first and say you don't want to do right or wrong. Please do right. Leave first alone. Leave left. Leave wrong alone.
Okay. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because they may be watching. I don't want any issue between.
They will be watching.
I don't want any issue whereby the SLC.
Whatever I speak has to be fact.
Like the SLC schools are having issue with themselves. But one of them said that he tried to organize some stuff. You understand? By the end of the day,
I know where this is coming from.
at the end of the day, he countered. They said no, blah blah blah. I was like,
You can't keep counting.
I went to PAU. They organized a load.
Okay, Lagos. You guys went to Lagos Business School.
They
Yeah.
organized a load. See, forget if you take the school save one student to help them in the development of the school and department of the school. By the end of the day, if you're not giving them the facts, sir, this thing, they may be trying, actually. I mean, yes, I'll say. But school, even though school, they may not tell us, my own perspective, they may not tell us that they need pressure from students. I say, sir, this thing is going to be okay. Going to be good, blah, blah, blah. But whereby you really get them, they perform, I feel like them declining some events is based on the way it was being
presented to the school management.
To the school management, they'll be like, yes, it's making sense. But we have to send it to me. I don't like it. I don't want it. I'll cancel it.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Okay.
What he said is true. Because Wealth is my guy. I sat with Wealth. Wealth has presented things that they rejected. He pushed. That's what the leader does. If
They
people-
need something.
Then,
They
see-
need something for you to see.
Don't take no as no as a
take
leader.
no as no as a
If
leader.
you're already convinced with
Then
me that
see,
you want to
there's
do
always-
this, don't take your no as no.
That's why wealth. I can't lie. When all the what's it called? When all the management stood up and everybody wanted to take picture with him on that day, Wealth knew his ways. If this person said yes, there's somebody I can go and talk to. That's if I talk to this person, the person will go back for me. That person will have a change of mind. See, the school and the SRC, they will always clash, right? But see, you must understand. They're humans. You find
Emotional intelligence. Have your way around people.
Have your way around people. Don't take no for no and just get out.
For instance, now let's use our parent example. Everybody, you want to get a car. Let's say, for what? No, you don't need it. It depends on what they need to know the main reason why you are doing this. There's a key point or something that they're looking at. Oh, this boy is not ready. It's not saying what we want. What we want, like the big fact. Forget the school is trying. Yes, you are maybe through the school, but the school is trying. They're seeing a lot of schools too. They want to like go far.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But whereby just I say I'm not even pushing the school. The school will be like, let's say, hey, ready, Joe. We have a lot of things to do.
Well, enough of SRC, this or that. Don't worry, they got the message already. I'm pretty sure they got the message already. Matters still arising. Apparently, this is going to be the last matter that will arise for the episode. We keep all the other matters to the next episode. This one concern me. In fact, he touched me. So, evidently, as the head of an association also on this great campus, I can say that most presidents are struggling to make sure they give their association members a standard dinner. Hey, Jesus. In fact, I have been having conversations with presidents. We have the president forum now, JCC, yeah, and then speculations have been going on the group that they want every department to just combine together with CSDAD and they just do it as one dinner. And I'm like, no, we cannot do that too. That is some shitty ass. I'm sorry for my language. That is some not so nice idea. Like, let everybody go and carry their cross. If you can do this, fine. If you can't, it's on you, basically. And then Ruben told me, nobody else, in fact, left to me. I thought they were joking. It had to be a very, very expensive joke to me. But Ruben was like, oh, Jacob, they're actually serious about combining. And I'm like, no. Hell no. Even Anthony was even texting us to say, are you guys serious about, he also wanted the idea of, no, we're not doing that to ourselves. We're really not doing that.
People really want to combine.
In fact, we have been having conversations about the association dues everybody pay for departments. Is it enough? 3,000 naira. Haba. Let them give up it for, see, not okay, obviously we cannot be beneficiaries to this anymore. We are outgoing. For the next sets and the sets after the next sets and like that, they need to up this price. Like she was saying the other time, people spend as much as 7,000 naira to eat chicken and waffles. They spend as much as 4-5 to buy chicken and chips. That is not even main food. It's not fufu. It's not abala. It's not rice or spag. And you spend a whole lot. How much more putting that money into association as association dues? Why not 5K? Why not 7K? Because in the long run, yeah, you would not want them to do one amazing dinner for you and you want to eat rishi and in fact, the amount of money people spend on getting dinner dresses, it's a buckload of money, not on the dinner ticket. So please, I don't know, but I'm going through a lot. I want to cry. Are you going through a lot? It doesn't seem like it.
Has got through me. Let me move my cup.
Because we're really going through a lot, and then I really don't know. I want opinions as would you think if they up the prices of association dues, it's going to be for the betterment of the associations for the next sets after us. Yeah. Because currently it's a lot. I have been outsourcing for funds. Literally, I would say it. I have texted alumni to say, Afa.
I still did though.
Like we need all of this. So it is not what we have. What we have is not enough. So it's not enough. We need to do more. We need more money in this department account. See, and another thing is new development. Apparently, it has happened for a couple of years before us, but we do not know about that. There's a chunk load of money that we send to this student affairs account for them to properly run that office, and they will understand that okay, they need to get buses if students are fainting, if one students, God forbid, for SAR cases like when students lose their parents, and then they need to take representatives from the school to go and pray for these parents, to give condolences, visits and all. They need money for these buses. They need money to pay drivers. They need money to fuel these buses. So those accounts, like the money in that account are for the running of this student of the Dean of Student Affairs office. But and that money is coming from the association account. Is that same money from the association account that we're going to use to do plan dinner and plan conference and organize other activities we want to do? Sports fiesta. Please help me say something about this. It's a lot, basically. It's a lot. And then I don't know, I just honestly feel like they need to up the prices on the association fee. And then that would just make everything better on the long run. But currently,
if you go to other schools, and because I see people always talk about this school dinner was dope, this school this was that, Crawford is yee. Those kind of things, but you don't understand the amount of effort and money that was put into it. My friend, my very close childhood friend, she's in PAU.
They have money now. Anybody that's in PAU, you have like, a chocolate of money on you.
She's in PAU, and when I hear her bill, I'm wild. And it's like these people are even ready to turn up because of they know that what they are getting in return is worth their money. We cannot tell you to pay 7,000 naira for like my department now. We did get together. Everybody paid 3,000 naira.
Okay.
2,000 naira. We cooked for these people. We cooked. There was meat inside their food. Are you telling me that is the 2K that we used to cover up? There was drink. There was small chops. There were all of those things. We still provided music for them and all of that. You can't tell me that it's the 2K that you paid that covered
all of these expenses.
All of those expenses. Jonathan, I really agree that the department should increase the fee, right? So even the time when the dinner period comes, right, and we say, okay, don't pay this amount again. But let's not forget also that the department still, the ESCO now that are going, they need to leave money. I mean, a tangible amount of money in the department for the next ESCO to use.
Now to empty the account.
You get it. My own bone of contention is, if you're ready to do this leadership position, do it. Do it with all. Well. There are sacrifices you have to make.
Yeah.
Personal sacrifices you have to make.
I remember there was, in fact, personally speaking, there were some relationships I could not hold because I had to sacrifice for these positions I was doing. I had to go to the HOD's office constantly. I could have just stayed in my hostel and or go to back of college and chill with. Yeah. But then I had to make this sacrifice to make sure that this thing worked. Was in November. I was scheduled to resume school December for my defense, but I resumed in November because I had to make sure that even we didn't even have what I went through. My vice president, when I resumed it, she first took me to the staff advisor. Like this boy's me. So they did a committee. They invited me. I forgot what they call it now again. But they invited me, and then it was like panel of judges, only me. And then I started defending myself. Finished. I went back home. As I resumed to be
I love your vice president.
It was
I love your vice president.
Disciplinary committee.
Who's the vice president?
Stacy.
I love that girl.
She took me to the HOD. She took me to the HOD. There was another meeting again. The HOD told me, okay, I should zoom in.
Some people's department, they need to do that to their president also.
She took me to the dean.
Where that's
My God, she took me to the dean. And honestly, that made me sit up. So that made me sit up because I know that Before I just wanted to do better than last set and do for the coming year as well. But
The vice president is checking you
every
like
day I have to do.
I
and
want it second.
and I remember the times I stayed with Mr. Akazu up to 6, 7. After watching him in my hostel now, but I've made the sacrifice to already do this. So I know that if you just
what is what doing after is what doing
You're not
well.
doing well.
so
What doing well.
It's crazy because if you put in effort, we'll see it.
Yeah.
And we will
We'll commend you for that.
appreciate it. We'll
We'll
commend
appreciate-
you
yeah.
for it, right? If you don't put in effort, we still see it.
We'll
right?
criticize you.
And we'll criticize
Positive
you.
criticisms.
And that's very okay.
Positive criticisms, please. Like I said, which of what is spending is not the truth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's very
Even
okay.
also the students need to understand that we are not spending the guys' money.
I'm sure they don't think we're spending this, that we're spending
They
their money. They
believe that,
just
oh,
like 9 minutes payments
And
of
it's
many things.
annoying, whereby you want to do something
It's not
on
nice.
100,000 naira, but they are not paying your money. It's not possible. Before that, increase of stuff when whereby they wanted to increase our fee in NASA. I was part of people that was complaining that no, I don't get money. But I entered the position whereby I understand and I understood.
So it, yeah.
Was like actually like, this people need something to work on. Like,
To work with.
to work with. Without it, there's nothing they can do. But since then, my perspective of me paying something, I'll be like, Alpha, money is needed.
Let's
Because
do it.
I have a receipt of, sorry, we'll go back to the new con. I have a receipt of, let's say, 100. Just only, my side, just only like 15 or 19 receipts I've issued out. At the end of the day, you guys want us to do, okay, F5, you want us to, we want you guys to Bob. It's not possible. I cannot work on something that I do not have. But at the same time, you just need to, at least our students, you need to understand that we need to work in hand with the ESCO too. ESCOs, they don't have money to, they're trying that, but they also students like us.
Let's go
You understand?
sponsor.
And exactly.
It's not easy at all. The
I
same way
said,
it's not easy.
like I was still say, every department, every association need a checkmate team to checkmate the ESCO.
A checkmate team. Big on that.
And I'm not fighting. Even my president, I'm always checkmating Alpha. Everything I did for that department, we tell like Alpha. That's true. But at the same time, we just need to work on ourselves as a leader. A leader needs to lead, not no matter what. Even though you are doing good,
Lead, because people are following you. They
Exactly.
follow the steps you.
but
Yeah.
to come into my own perspective, school, they are really trying their best. Just follow the school.
Oba is an ambassador for school.
It's Crawford PRO. Look.
Just see, sometimes I complain, but at the same time, school are really trying their best in their own perspective. The association, the school also need the association to do their own too. You understand? Cannot be trying to improve the environment of the school. I want me to still know what is wrong with it. Same thing happened in Nigeria. Well, our president is trying his best, even though things are really working hard, even though things are really hard. But for instance, we don't know what is actually going on in the government.
You mentioned something about the government.
So
If there's anything I've come to understand is with people who are leaders, like the president's positions, they are so busy that they won't have time to do. What they do is sign bills, assign people, bring the bill to me, let me read it, let me assess it. I sign the bill. I expect that after I've signed this bill,
You're doing what you ought to do.
What you ought to do.
People don't do that.
People don't do that.
Siphon funds, misappropriate funds, all of this
That's why we
nonsense
have
that
these
comes with
issues
that.
in Nigeria.
How do you follow?
Everybody
That's
is exactly
That's another thing, following up.
following up.
My head of committee, who is on her neck? I called her yesterday night. I called her this morning. I called her before yesterday. I know that okay, I'm handling something else, and I give somebody to do it.
I'm
Check up on.
following up, yeah.
I cannot do 5 events at once, but I have people that are willing to work. So even them, they need the motivation. So I motivate myself by myself, and then I'll motivate you to make sure we see to the end.
This
So
NASEC plan and trade fair planning too. I had to text somebody. I said, "Guy, they respond to my message."
No, I'm texting you, reply me ASAP. I want to know what I'm doing. Like now.
They respond
Because that little I reply in the next 10 minutes can extend to 1 hour, 2 hours. And I need the response ASAP.
ASAP.
Do you get? Working with time.
Working with time.
So yeah, I'm sure you all enjoyed today's episodes. Opinions has been out there in the air. We will need you all to follow Nessa Crawford podcast on YouTube, subscribe and like, and follow Nessa Crawford on TikTok for short clips from this. Once again, I appreciate you all for being here.
Thank you
talk
for
to
having
me.
us.
You
for
all,
having us.
I thank you. And then, yeah, we'll call it a day. See you. I see you in Olinka Colorado Festus, president of Nigerian Economic State Association, NESA, Crawford University Chapter, Igbesa, Ogun State. Thank you. Same time next week. See you. Bye.